Hello traders, welcome back. Daily Market Analytics. Monday morning, we're opening up the new week and we wanted to touch base today on the Euro Aussie. We have a short position here, guys. We've established this short position a few days ago. Basically, just before the weekend kicked in, we noticed that price, after pushing strongly to the upside, was unable to break above 62.22, and that was a major event for us, and this is pretty much the reason we decided to reestablish our short position. If you remember, we were already engaged here with a short position when we were sliding on that head, right? Because actually right now you can see, it's very clear to see that price is basically building up this really nice head and shoulders pattern right on top of that upside trend. Now, back at the time when we were sliding off that head, we didn't know it's going to be, it's going to become a head and shoulders pattern. But what we did know was that price just failed miserably on breaking that top resistance, last line of resistance level, the mighty 1.6407. And when it did, and it started to turn around, we knew that we have a potentially good trading opportunity on our hand, right? And we started to slide off that head. Now, at some point, we kind of got concerned about a potential sideways movement, right? Just according to this blue, this blue setup. And I kept it here because when price broke below 62.22, we knew that it's probably not going to continue trading sideways, but rather basically continue to move downwards. At some point, price began to turn around, right? And when it began to turn around, we got scared basically, and we decided to close our short position. We did very well on that one, but we decided to get out, take a bit of a break, and wait on the sideline for a few days to see what the situation is going to evolve to. And when we noticed that failure to break above 62.22, this is particularly why I left that setup here, because I knew that this bottom support that was broken here could actually turn to be an interesting element again if price will come back to it, right? And it did. And I knew that it could basically retest that level, find a strong resistance now, and turn around. So now you can see that that's pretty much what happened here, right? Price was engaging with that 62.22, and it bounced off pretty strongly, actually, suggesting that was a powerful resistance. And then when it started to turn around, I noticed that basically it's building up the right shoulder, right? So that's even more massive. If you think about it, we have a very profound setup coming from the weekly chart, right? We've seen that failure to break above 64.07. I've just mentioned that. Now you can couple that with a pretty nice head and shoulders pattern that seems to be appearing right in front of our eyes. Actually, it's about to break, right? If you take a look, we have that neckline, and it looks like price is just encountering that neckline just before the breakdown. So it's really interesting. We're talking about the potential here is it's very big. I mean, if you take a look at the potential, guys, this is where it's supposed to end eventually. We're talking about 54.90. So we're talking about 550 pip. From this point on, we've already banked about 100 and something pip already. So the potential is still quite enormous, to be honest. I should also mention this very strong area here. Take a look at this, guys. I mean, aside from the neckline, right? The neckline should be a support element, but I don't think it's going to hold, right? I think it's going to be broken in the next, probably, maybe even today, right? But eventually, I think this is the area we want to be careful about, right? 59.74, then 59.56. So they're very tight, these two key levels. And we got the 280 moving average right in between. So it makes this area a very powerful support, even though I suspect that price will be able to manage even that powerful support and break that level, taking the next step towards 54.91. So I'm probably going to take some profit off the table once we reach 59.56 here in the 200 daily moving average, but then of course I would like to re-increase that position if price can swift completely through this area and just continue to move downwards, right? Now we have adjusted our stop loss level to 62.50. That was an adjustment of about 30 pip, actually, not a big one. So obviously we're still hiding above the right shoulder and also above the 62.22. Although I don't suspect that price will come back to that area anytime soon, but you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, that's pretty much the situation right now. Euro Aussie looking very, very good on the downside. Even though we're already banked about 100 and something pip, we feel that it's just the beginning. It is very early stages of what may become a full-fledged downside reversal. So we'll have to come back, follow up, and keep you posted. See you on the next one.